And welcome out there in Twitchland. It's Thomas, a.k.a. The Criminal, here with the FODL. That's the first online dart league for Darts Night on Twitch. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it is Judgment Week. That's right, everybody. The favorite time of year. What? You were expecting Christmas? Holiday cheer? No, it's the time of despair. It's the time for relegation to be determined. Who goes up? Who goes down? It's Judgment Week here in the FODL. 11 viewers out there. Seems like a slow start to joining the chat. Nobody has said anything yet. Well, I'm glad everybody else is hyped. Let's take a look at our players for our first contest. Will be a triple header this evening. Let's meet the players for the first. You see him right there, Shenandoah Slinger facing off against DeGrubs, a FODL A contest with playoffs on the line. Shenandoah Slinger from Waynesboro, Virginia, last season finishing 6th in the FODL A division, throwing the 23-gram Red Dragon. Peter Wright, 2020 darts, hashtag, come on, Kenny. DeGrubs, located in Willowville, Ohio, last season 7th in FODL A, 18-gram target, Ricky Evans darts, hashtag, duh. For him. It's a rematch, actually, of last season's final Judgment Week, where these two were actually competing for a playoff spot. A little bit different scenario this time, as DeGrubs is pretty safely secured in that playoff position. This time, it's only really Slinger fighting to break in. We'll see if he is able to do so. I mean, technically, DeGrubs is not safe. Technically, if Slinger is able to come out with a sweep 9-0 over DeGrubs, that would potentially put DeGrubs in the danger zone with Surgeon and Dilly still to play. So, barring that, though, DeGrubs should be in the playoffs, but it's Slinger who's trying to catch Dilly here in the Judgment Week, 4 points behind going in. Dilly will be playing against Lasercat. For those of you who watched the pre-selection selection show, you already know that. So the question is going to be whether Slinger can make up some ground on Dilly when Dilly's facing off against what many would say is not as good of an opponent as DeGrubs. Let's take a look at the schedule. Even though this is the first match to be played this week of Judgment Week here in the FODL A division. Again, you see the minimum bonus points there. Those are the ones for the D division, not the A division. There you go. They're coming in. Minimum of a 7 mark, a 2.6, a 21 darter, a 141, and a 70 checkout to set some bonus points. The bonus points in Judgment Week mean that much more. So we'll have to see. Again, Shenandoah Slinger trying to catch Dilly. Will he be able to do so? Let's look at the statistics for each player coming in. Cricket, DeGrubs, 6th overall. Slinger, 9th overall. So both pretty solid. DeGrubs about a third of an MPR advantage, missing about the same, but DeGrubs is hitting more of the trebles there in the cricket section. Win percentage pretty good for both, though. Shenandoah Slinger has still won 50% of his legs. Despite playing some pretty tough competition, DeGrubs has managed to win 65% for him. In 501, look at those two right next to each other, 6 and 7 in the standings. Not even half a point separate them, and pretty much across the board. I mean, just look at the stats. The first nines finishing ton pluses, and even the legs win almost identical. So on paper, this should be a pretty tight matchup. We're going to have to see how it fares. Did I lose their Discord? Oh, there it is. Okay, that was weird. We do have a FODL D matchup, by the way, and also an important one at the top of your screen. Cleaner and Adnac facing off with potential promotion and relegation situation going on in that one, so we'll keep an eye on that. But let me bring back my players' audio for this one here, as we're about to get Judgment Week underway, starting with this FODL A contest. So, players, are you guys ready to get some darts in the air? Sorry, I think I had you on mute still. Players, you ready to get some darts in the air?
I'm good. Yes.
Okay, yeah, they probably said yes twice. They're like, what the hell is this guy doing? We got Shenandoah Slinger on the left. DeGrubs is on the right. It's an A division matchup, 9 legs of darts, 2 cricket, followed by 7 of 501. Shenandoah Slinger has won the cork. He has the darts first for cricket. Game on.
2-0 Grub.
You too.
And good sportsmanship, as always, despite what is on the line here in Judgment Week. Gotta love to see it.
220.
And it's going to be 220s to start out for Shenandoah Slinger. A couple people did join the chat. DeGrubs is in there. Ario27 rooting for Benny Snell. If Benny Snell scores 6 fantasy points, will someone let me know? There's 319s from DeGrubs. Train and Photos in there. Lucy RC, Merry Relegations. And happy tidings to you as well. So Slinger moving down to the 19s there. Maybe blocked off. Oh, he did find a treble 20 actually with that first start. So that's why he switched down there. So big first start there from Slinger. DeGrub's only going to be able to respond with a single 19, so Slinger now, opportunity for him to try to close. Will he point more? What's he want to do? He's going for the close, and there's the first come on, man, of the day.
220.
220, so he'll end up extending the lead after missing that first start in the 19. Alky Darts is in there. Mr. Pac-Man, 420. Hey, how you doing? Happy holidays. Glad to have you joining us. There's 3 19s from DeGrubs, a little better that time. DeGrubs, of course, before his match, making sure he gift subs to Buffalo Brando 1. Congratulations. Oh, that looks like a good visit there from Shenandoah Slinger. He changed up the strategy this time, and yeah, it was. Single 20, 4 18s. Decided to close an extra wedge, let DeGrubs work on that 19 wedge, where DeGrubs is going to battle there. He's going to find another 4. DeGrub's also gifting a Tier 1 sub to Ryan Cott. Big Man Bearded rooting for Kenny. Deadhead is in there. Repat's in there. And big darts again from Shenandoah Slinger. Back-to-back 5 marks, 2 more 20s, 3 17s. So it does well again to extend the lead and again to open up a new wedge. Going to be a single 19 only for DeGrubs. So back to Slinger, and he is looking very locked in early.
Oh, come on, dummy.
Oh, but this time cannot find anything with the switch, just the 320s. DeGrubs back to work on that 19 wedge. He'll take a 5 mark of his own. Nice response there, and now kind of an interesting situation.
Good Lord. Hey, I got first 19.
Oh, and there is a single 19, but only that single 19.
320.
Oh, 320s as well. Apologies. That looks like a miss there from DeGrub, so big chance now for Slinger. He must have found the treble. Moving right to the bowl. He looks to have at least 1 in there. Oh, it's actually 2 bowls and the close of the 19s. Big darts from Slinger. Maintaining that 3.5 MPR. DeGrub's going to work on the 16 wedge. He will open it. But that is all. DeGrub's not throwing a bad leg at all, but Slinger coming out slinging. That's another good-looking pair of darts there. If they're not in, they're very close. Big darts again from Slinger. So he's going to close off the 16s, hit the bullseye as well. So just a huge leg here for Shenandoah Slinger right now, as all he needs to do is just close 15s, and this is a wrap. He'll be looking for 3 of them.
Wow. 1.
Oh, and it was close with the 3rd, but not able to find the treble, just 1. So technically DeGrub's still alive, though not much threat in this leg. It's up to Slinger just to see how high the MPR will finish. Just one more big will do it. And he'll do it on that second dart. Game shot in the leg to Shenandoah Slinger. Coming out blazing with a very nice 3.4 MPR. Jumping on DeGrubs quickly and staying on the gas pedal. We'll switch it over to DeGrubs throwing first. Game on. And Slinger, if you could toggle your camera on and off real quick for me. I'm just getting a little bit of blur there. Thank you. And DeGrubs now off to a good start in the second leg. He will take a nice 5 mark on the 20s to kick it off. Great start for DeGrubs and a bounce back leg here. K-Ball02 has joined the chat, says, let's do math. Wow, couple very close threes on the wire there, so just the single 19. And DeGrubs again in the treble with the first dart. And the second.
And the third.
And the third! It's a 9 mark for DeGrubs! A white horse in a different order. Treble 19, treble 18, treble 20. It's a 9 for DeGrubs. Huge darts there. You see the gentleman's applause from Shenandoah Slinger. I don't think DeGrubs liked the way that he got beat down in that first leg, and he decided he is going to respond. Huge darts to get started. A 5 mark followed by the 9 mark. Slinger comes back with a couple 17s, so we'll see if DeGrubs can keep it going. Oh, he can. Wow, DeGrubs was looking totally locked in. A 17, treble 17 for a 4th consecutive treble found there. And then just the 116. DeGrubs a 6.0 MPR right now. Slinger is just out of this leg already, really. There's just a single 15. Let's see if DeGrubs can polish it off. Well, his first visit there without a treble is just going to be 2 16s, but to still close it, still at a 5.0. Slinger yet to close a wedge. Probably will do so here on the 15s. Hey, he will. Gets on the board there with the close of the 15 wedge, but still DeGrubs, he'll find 15s closed in 1 dart. Can he finish it?
God damn it.
Oh, DeGrubs had a dart to take it down there. Treble 15, single bowl. He'll be 2 bowls away, working on a 4.8 MPR. Unbelievable from DeGrubs right now. He has found the treble with the first dart. Probably 5 visits out of 6 so far. He needs 2 bowls. Oh, not going to find the close yet. He will get 1 more bowl to move closer. Single 19 as well. He's still over the 4.0 mark, so it won't now be threatening the best leg we've ever seen. But certainly up there in one of the best we've seen in the FODL. Here, two bowls there from Slinger. And DeGrubs looking for 1.
Jesus.
Well, some good misses, all touching the wire there. A 20, a 19, and an 18. So keeps the MPR above the 4 mark. Good MPR management if you're going to miss.
Ha! I got another number close.
Slinger, meanwhile, he's closed his second wedge. All he needs is roughly 13 more bowls and a couple trebles, and he's right back in this leg. That looks like a nice round, though, from Slinger. So still fighting. 2 bowls and a 17 there. But DeGrubs looking to clean it up with 1. And he's just edging all around the bowl. He'll find another 18. And kind of coming to an anticlimactic finish in what was a really great leg of darts here now as we limp to the finish line.
Oh, okay. 2 bowls, 1 half.
Looks like another bullseye there. Single 19 from Slinger also. And let's see if DeGrubs can finish it this time. Not so fast. Not done yet. DeGrubs missed now 9 darts in a row at the bowl. And meanwhile, Slinger's pretty locked in there at the center.
2 more.
That's going to be another 2, so Slinger's starting to make this a little bit interesting. DeGrubs just looking for one bull. There it is to tidy it up. Finally, game shot on the leg to DeGrubs. Unfortunate for him that the MPR fell down. Actually didn't even end up eclipsing Slinger's MPR in the first leg after all is said and done. But at the end of the day, it's a split of cricket here. We're going to go to 501. Slinger will have the darts first. Game on. Tango Book Money asking for the TV code for Cleaner and Adnac. I have the scoreboard up there in the top, but hold on. The DC TV code is OZPA. OZPA. That's their code there as a 41 to start for Shenandoah Slinger. And 41 to match from DeGrubs. People were going pretty crazy there during that leg. And a solid 60 put in there from Slinger. So close, said K-Ball. Tech Hurry Pizza hoping to bring that MPR back down to earth. Oh, nearly a maximum from DeGrubs. He'll take a 140, though. Big darts there again. Already having the 9 mark. Would have loved to add a max to that tally, lock in 2 bonus points. Looks like a 43 there from Slinger. Well, actually, 31 slipped into the 7. Lucier C was saying Grubs was in Fuego. There's a nice 60 from DeGrubs to follow up. RU27 keeping me posted on Benny Snell. Appears to be a 46 there from Slinger. So Slinger not finding the treble yet. DeGrubs was able to find 2 in 1 visit. He's back in there again.
God.
Oh, and it was another chance for a maximum. 125 for DeGrubs. Puts him on a finish after 12. So two treble visits here early from DeGrubs, putting a lot of pressure now to Shenandoah Slinger. And that looks like a 60 there from Slinger, slipping into that treble 7. DeGrubs 135. And it's off.
Really off.
Oh, just a 29 there from DeGrubs. Kind of unfortunate. Missed the bowl into a low number, then just missed the 20 wedge. Slinger at 263. Let's see if he can apply some pressure. Oh, just right next door again with that second dart. So just 43 again. Kissing another wire is Slinger. DeGrubs 106.
God damn it. Wrong one. 28.
28 there from DeGrubs. He must have really liked the lie of that first dart for some reason. He stayed on 20s. Bit surprising.
Jesus Christ.
As Slinger's still looking to get to checkout range. So DeGrubs 6 more darts from 78. Oh boy, so now DeGrubs has set himself on double 11 with a couple rough setup visits, and Slinger with a big score again has an opportunity to put some pressure on. He's making the switch down to the bottom of the board. And it hasn't really helped much. Looks like just a 31 from Slinger. DeGrubs 22. So we went right at it on the first dart and split on the second. Don't mind it with Slinger a bit back. Was outside, though, on the third, so Slinger a chance for 148. Wow, had a sweat after that first start.
92.
Looks like a 92 scored there from Shenandoah Slinger. DeGrubs 16.
Second dart.
And he'll find it on that second. Game shot on the leg. 2 DeGrubs, a break, a throw, and the match has begun. Slinger did well to put a little pressure on, gave a good run for the 148 finish. And DeGrubs ultimately, though, with the big scores, able to clean up a bit of a ugly finishing portion there. But up 2-1 with the darts now is DeGrubs. Game on. Cleaner up 2-1 over Adnak in that one. So that's good news for Music City Madman if he's watching. There's a 59 to start off for DeGrubs. That means that Adnak cannot win 5 legs. So unless he goes crazy on some bonuses, Music City Madman will be exhaling and be safe in the CD playoffs. Hey, there's a nice ton from Slinger. Good start to this leg. You can hear the Bronx cheer from himself. And good response as well from DeGrubs. Nice treble with the third dart for an 81. Tango book money, go cleaner, yeah. One more leg would pretty much assure that Music City is safe. There is a 39 from Slinger. Lucy RC pointing out that rolling 20s is 3-0 over Go-Kart in the Rookie League. And there's another nice ton from DeGrubs. The scoring has been on point for him thus far early. Kind of similar to what we saw in the cricket portion from DeGrubs. He was able to hit all the trebles and then couldn't close the leg. That might be a 26. Oh, that is a breakfast from Shenandoah Slinger. I was having a hard time seeing where those thin points were lying, but it is breakfast. And here in the FODL, that's the first online dart league. When there is a breakfast, we always ask you, an official, a breakfast question. And I've been sticking to the opinion-related questions here, and I'm keeping them all about the world, so hopefully some of you watched. I want to know what was the most surprising result so far for you. Let me know in the chat the most surprising result of these early rounds here in the Worlds. Let me know in the chat. That's your official breakfast question. There's good use of the bull, this time from DeGrubs, so 50 scored, sets him up for the fish. Shenandoah Slinger going to need 3 trebles to get to a checkout. He will not find any. Well, not 3 anyway. It looks like he did find 1 perhaps, so 85 scored, DeGrubs 170. And it's off. This will be a 42 scored for DeGrubs. So set him on 128. Slinger's going to apply pressure here. Good switch down there from Slinger. 97 for him to set up. I'm sorry, 57. So still a good switch anyway to set up the fish. DeGrubs 128. Oh, just off. Oh, and right next door with that third dart as well. Close. He'll be on 87. Slinger gets a crack now for the fish, and it'll be off. Oh boy, that is a ugly looking third dart. Helium dart, 24 for Slinger, DeGrubs 87. I had a chance for the bullseye there. I couldn't quite tell if that point had snuck into the treble 20, so I didn't say anything. Slinger 146.
It's 36.94.
94 scored there from Slinger. DeGrubs trying to clean up 49. 1 dart, double 16. Inside, so not able to find it. And Shenandoah Slinger looks for 52.
Oh, way to pull.
Oh, no. Third dart slips into the 1. DeGrubs 3 darts now for double 8. And he only needs 1. Game shot on the leg. 2 DeGrubs taking it down. And now it's 3 on the spin for him as he goes up 3-1 in this contest. Right at the identical time that Cleaner goes up 3-1 in his contest. Kind of funny. We're going to go back to Slinger throwing first. Game on. Lucy RC, some answers to the breakfast question coming in. Lucy RC says his most surprising was Folks. He's from Japan. Yeah, the last name you wouldn't think was a Japanese name there. But yeah, that was a very surprising matchup for sure. He just came out and looked he looked impressive, honestly. Like, looked assertive, looked comfortable throughout the match. That was a great showing. There's a 99 to start from DeGrubs. Let's see. We got Paul Lim winning as an underdog. So that's a good answer there as well from Music City Madman. Also a surprising match. He was playing, Luke Humphreys, I think. There's a 60 from Slinger, so surprising to see Paul Lim take that one. Hedda losing to Baggish, yeah. That one hurt my soul. Though I do root for Baggish now. There's a 38 for DeGrubs, but as far as my bracket had gone, that was the first blow. And just the way it went down. Hedda missed a lot of opportunities. There's a nice 60 from Slinger. Kudos to Baggish, though. Fought the whole way. And it was really a close match. Just a couple darts difference. But that one did hurt. Left-hand hooligan agreeing with Paul Lim. Ario27 agreeing with Folks. DeGrubs saying Hedda's loss as he plays darts. There's a 60. Takeray Pizza says, not a good chat for someone who's a few days behind the world's action. Here's the thing about the worlds. You get a few days behind, you ain't catching up. It's just constant. Looks like a 58 there from Slinger. I would just suggest if you fall behind, just watch the PDC YouTube channel. They have little recaps that are pretty solid. You get to see the big moments there. There's a 60. And then if you see a match that looks like it's really good, you can go back and watch the whole thing. Back to the darts. Looks like a 43 there from Slinger. So both players still throwing a solid leg of darts here. DeGrubs again is in the treble, trying to set up for a finish first. And a nice ton is going to do that for him. Slinger at 243, looking to get down to a finish as well. Oh, that third dart slips into the 7. So it looks like an 82 there. 82. Meanwhile, 144 for DeGrubs. He's going to score himself 88. Slinger, was that a treble 19?
Yeah, I scored. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just making sure because I was just. It's been.
I know it looked funny when I'm.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was a 20 up top, then you were like, all right. So 69 scored. Nice. Slinger's on 174.
Great shot, though.
Well, he is going to be able to get himself down to a finish. Not much pressure, though, for DeGrubs, who looks for 56. He's missed the big number. Needs another to set up now. Double 16.
Third dart.
But he will find it with the third. Nice cleanup. Game shot on the leg. 2 DeGrubs. Pretty quiet 21 darter there. Very casual. No poor visits really in the leg. Throw a 99, a ton, and an 88 setup in there. Nice cleanup with the 56. 4-1 now in favor of DeGrubs, and he's got the darts. Game on. So got to think now, as far as Judgment Week goes, that Shenandoah Slinger must find a second gear in this match. There's a 60 from DeGrubs, and he really needs to get a minimum of, you got to think, 4 legs at least to even really have much of a sweat. And then he would also have to root heavily for Lasercat for a big upset. It's a good start to this leg, though, for Slinger, trying to get it going. He's shown flashes, but has been a little bit less consistent than DeGrubs, and that's really the difference. They've both had some of the big visits, but DeGrubs has had less of the small visits. There's a 96 there for DeGrubs. Cleaner and Adenak is still 3-1, but that 3-1 again should cement Music City and his safety. There's another ton for Slinger, so back-to-back tons for him to kick it off. Great start. We'll see if it gets him to continue. Oh, DeGrubs, I jinxed him with talking about none of the poor visits. There's just a 15 all right next door. Into that 5. Another ton there from Shenandoah Slinger. 3 on the spin for him to start this leg off. And he'll be looking for another to set himself up nicely. 45 from DeGrubs. He is starting to fall off the pace in this leg. Let's see if Slinger can keep it going. Oh, that's going to break the streak. It's a great second dart, though, to recover.
Oh, shit. 57, 77, 92.
Looks like a 92 there with the treble 5. Yep. So there, Slinger sets himself up for a very doable finish. After 12, ton, 92 for Slinger here. Just 41, it looks like, from DeGrubs. Slinger 109.
Oh. 36, 51.
Okay, so must have been a 25 in there. Yep. 61. 61 scored. Let's see. That looks like a 50 from DeGrubs. That was a 19, a 17, and a 25, right?
15. It was a 15.
That was a 15.
19,
Yep, 15. Yep, that's correct. 51. So 58 required for Slinger. Looking for tops. Oh, just inside with that third dart. Slinger can't find tops. DeGrubs, though, not on a finish. He will be back.
Oh, stupid.
Oh, just 41 there from DeGrubs, so not much threat. Slinger looks for the rascal.
Come on, rascal. There it is.
There it is with the second dart. Game shot on the leg to Shenandoah Slinger. A nice 20 darter. See if it gets him going. That is one dart better than DeGrub's earlier best leg. So an early contender for the leg of the week in the FODL A division. Slinger, though, has the darts to try to keep it 2 in a row. Game on. FO Dart League says he just gets myself to tell him all the highlights. I can just tell him every leg and pretty much recite it perfectly. There's a 60 from Slinger. I am usually pretty much able to break it down like that after I watch. Pretty funny. Maybe not every single dart, but generally speaking, I could recount all the moments of the match. Those are some very close darts from DeGrubs. Looks like just 60 there. Retro Jones, too. Hopefully Baggish wins tomorrow. He's got a tough match against Jackpot. Yeah, this should be a fun one.
119.
There's a 119 from Slinger. Nice recovery after the first dart was pulled a bit to find 2 treble 19s on the cover. Oh, I think it's just a 140. It is only a 140 for DeGrubs. Was, again, flirting with the maximum with some good darts. And now we're throwing.
100.
There's another nice ton from Shenandoah Slinger. So he's off to another cracking start. DeGrubs, though, right on his heels. Has a ton to follow that 140. So both players right over 90 in the first 9 now.
Okay.
Oh, just a 42 from Slinger. Or I'm sorry, actually 23 from Slinger. See if DeGrubs can get the setup game down. There's a nice 60 there from DeGrubs. So DeGrubs sitting on the finish. Slinger going to get the 1 also.
57.
57 scored, so it's 142 versus 141. DeGrubs first, 141.
Stupid.
Can't find the 20 at the end. What are the odds that DeGrubs will be on 141 after his conversation earlier? There's a 142 now for Slinger. It's on. Oh, wow. Right next to the wire there. Oh, my goodness.
54, 88.
Is that a single 3?
Yes.
Yep, 88 left. Oh, wow. That looks like a good third dart from Slinger.
70 scored.
Yeah, 70 scored there for him. DeGrubs 102. Wow, couple darts from DeGrubs kissing wires as well. As he puts in 50, Slinger requires 72.
Yep.
Oh, goes a little high. That second dart might have been a little closer to double 20 than he would have liked. Oh, it's in there. Oh, game shot on the leg. The Shenandoah Slinger takes out the 72. I'm having a really hard time seeing his points right now. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It was in there. He did show it. 72 finish for Shenandoah Slinger.
Oh, it's not that bad.
As he cuts it to 3-4. DeGrubs has the darts again. Game on. So now I'm going to have to put myself in one of those highlight videos looking like an idiot. Oh, man. There's a nice 40 for DeGrubs. Great finish there for Slinger. 20 darter followed by a 21. Nice 72 checkout. K-Ball says Slinger's 8-bit darts. Yeah, it's a little rough today. So I'm pretty much just waiting for him to call it for the most part. I can really have very little chance of seeing. There's an 81 from Slinger. Yeah, Retro Jones is saying hopefully Baggish wins tomorrow. Baggish, I think, has a chance against Lewis. Lewis has been up and down this season. If Baggish can play his top game, his 95-plus level, he's got a chance against a lot of players. There's an 85 from DeGrubs. Yo-Yo Dad just spitting fire.
Jesus Christ, 100.
There's a nice ton again from Slinger. Left hand says, I get nominated for the fail of the week for that 72 out call. No lie, I thought that dart was like 2 inches high, and it was in there for sure. There's a 60 from DeGrubs. It's like I basically can see the flight of Slinger's darts. Once in a while I can see the barrel, and I can't see anything beyond the barrel. So I'm going blind. There's a 44 from Slinger this time. Left hand salty that facts happened. That might be just 41 from DeGrubs. Wow, again, very close.
Oh, come on, Kenny. Relax.
It's another come on, Kenny, for you. Those of you keeping track at home, that's 2 thus far, shooter.
Whoops. 14.
That's just a 14. Rough visit there from Slinger, and DeGrubs looking to take advantage. No, 55 speed limit. Puts him on a nice round number there. 262 for Slinger.
Right. Lord, 31.
Looks like just a 31. He's pulling the dart a bit, maybe hanging on and slightly too long there. We'll see if DeGrubs can keep him straight, get to a finish. He will. Solid 60, so he'll be looking at a 160. Chance for the biggest finish you can take without requiring a bullseye. And he will be under pressure. That looks like a ton from Slinger, and it is. Big ton there. DeGrubs, 160. And it's off. Good recovery, though, with the second dart. So it looks like a ton scored from DeGrubs. Now pressure's back to Slinger for 131.
$57.
57 scored for him. Good effort there. Going for the treble 17. I like it. DeGrubs 60. 2 for tops. Good guide. Oh my goodness! Right next door! How does it not find a way in? Unbelievable. Slinger has a chance from 74. He'll have one dart. And it's in there. Game shot of the leg to Shenandoah Slinger. Back-to-back huge finishes for Slinger, trying to keep his season alive. It's massive for Slinger. A 74 checkout there. It's now level at 4-4. We're going to go to a last leg decider, and Slinger has the darts. Game on. Alki Dart says, you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. Nice reference, Alki. I'm glad you're on board with that one.
41.
Looks like a 41 to start from Slinger. So here we are with Slinger and DeGrubs, about to go 5-4 one way or the other. Who would have guessed? Only everybody. I'm pretty sure every prediction I saw was 5-4 in this contest. There is a 45 to start from DeGrubs. Slinger has found that second gear I talked about. The last three legs, 20, 21, and 24 darts from him, with two 70-plus finishes in there.
82.
And a nice 82 there from Slinger as well. DeGrubs trying to fill up on the 15s. Might have just found 50, scored actually 35, so he did get 7 15s there.
Come on, man. Relax.
Please don't sue us, NFL.
Whoa. Wow, saved it. 65.
65, so the third dart is on target. That looks like just 45 there from DeGrubs, so a bit of a slow start for him has opened the door for Slinger.
100.
And there's another nice ton, so he's starting to find that ton streak. He has not found, excuse me, a lot of the bigger scores, but a lot of tons put in for Slinger in these last few legs. There's another 60 for DeGrubs. Meanwhile, DeGrubs has not been able to find as many trebles. Well, 95 for Slinger there. Puts him on a finish again. Looking at a possibility of a good leg. DeGrubs with a nice cover there. Into the 97. I'm sorry, into the treble 19 for 97. Those Slinger, 118. And there's a 58. Look at that. Slinger's board came into focus just in time for the last leg. DeGrubs at 219. Got to switch and does. So good math from DeGrubs, but a bit off the pace. Slinger requires 60.
Oh,
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. The rascal. Outside the rascal. Slinger flirting with a bust on that first start. DeGrubs 160. It's going to be off for DeGrubs. How much pressure will Slinger be under? Well, some. There's a 60 from DeGrubs. Slinger averaging 69 requires the rascal. Nice.
shit. Come on. Ha!
Oh, outside with all three. The second dart creating kind of a tough lie for him to work around. DeGrubs 100. Not going to finish. Just 40 scored for DeGrubs. Back to Slinger again, looking for the rascal.
Of course.
And he'll find it on the first. Game shot in the leg to the Slinger. Rascal saying yes. And it goes 5-4 ultimately in favor of Slinger there. Dilly and home now biting the fingernails as Slinger looked to be dead in the water in that match and came back with 19, 20, 24, and 25 darters to finish. Very tidy in the last four. We'll go to some post-game interviews here. Left-hand hooligan complimenting Slinger says, way to keep fighting. We'll start it off here with DeGrubs. So DeGrubs, not the most really to play for in this contest, kind of just going amongst your way, trying to find maybe some good form, good pattern for the FODL playoffs. Do you think that affected you there towards the second half of the match? Did you lose focus, or did you just all of a sudden not find the troubles like you were?
Once I lost the first leg, I couldn't have a chance for 3. So my best option was to barely squeak in, hit the 8 slot.
I like the meta strategy there. Let's talk about that second leg of cricket. You seemed absolutely dialed in, just treble after treble after treble, including the 9 mark. At one point, maybe 6 out of 7 trebles thrown for you. What was going on? What were you feeling? And how much would you sell a bottle of that ability for?
I was just motivated. I throw well when I'm motivated.
What was the extra motivation for that?
I needed the leg.
I like that strategy. Well, you are going to be facing off. I think mathematically now you should be into the playoffs no matter what. Yeah, you are. So you're going to be here in the postseason for FODL A, another chance to compete for a FODL A championship. Anybody you're looking to avoid in the playoffs this season?
Left hand's really the only one that I threw Dilly on my off week. The week I threw training Dilly, I really had issues. So really the only one that I really haven't thrown well against is lefty. I mean, I knocked the other 2 off, the other 3 off, actually.
That's true. So one of the few players to beat a lot of those playoff contenders, DeGrubs. Congratulations on a fantastic FODL A campaign here. Good luck in the playoffs and happy holidays to you as well as we get ready to take our small holiday break.
Great finishing there, Slinger.
Thanks, sir.
And let's go over to Slinger here. So Slinger coming in, you knew you're in a tough spot. I mean, not an impossible spot, but a tough spot. You find yourself down 4-1 in the match. What happened in that moment?
I took a lesson from Scooter. NFG, man. I came into this game tonight. I enjoy throwing with Grubs. I really do. We have some really good games. I came into this game with absolutely no care in the world. I mean, I was completely silent the entire way through, completely relaxed. I was ready for an off season.
Do you think that maybe that mentality, did that affect you in the early legs? Do you think that you could have maybe taken more than you did if you were coming in trying to go for the big sweep or big upset?
Possibly it could have. I'm not going to say it didn't. I would almost have to agree with you because, I mean, I came out fired in that first leg of cricket. I don't know what the hell happened in that first leg of cricket. I was tripping everything. I missed a 19 like twice. It's like, all right, whatever. So I started boxing him in, and fortunately I was hitting 4s and 5s all the way around. And then, I mean, that beautiful 9 mark he hit in the second one, that kind of made my butt pucker. I mean, that was a great shot. It was. I mean,
18 marks and 3 throws.
Yeah, dude, that second leg of cricket, that was enough to hurt your feelings. I mean, I made kind of a effort coming back on balls. I knew I was kind of screwed, so it was just like, fuck it, whatever. We'll just throw balls until he ends up closing. I didn't expect to go down 3 legs at 0-1 out of the gate. I just couldn't find a range. I was wired. I was in a lot of trip 7s, a lot of trip 1s. And he finished very, very well. Very well as Grub does. I mean, Grub's is a beast, man. I mean, the last several legs, though, I finished. That's what helped.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of big finishes there, and those big finishes could help. With the legs that you've got a 6-point lead over Dilly, and a couple potential bonus points out there. Obviously, I think your highest finish was 74, 3.4 MPR, so we'll have to see if either of those hold. Do you think you did enough to make the playoffs?
Negative. Not with the competition that's in A right now. If I make playoffs, I'll be surprised. I really will. A 3.4, I mean, hell, you got rods and you got left hand throwing 4.0s like they're falling out of the water. And then, I mean, maybe my 19, maybe I might get lucky enough for my 19 to hold water. But the 70, what was my highest checkout? 76, 74?
74 or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. With Newts, you got Newts left hand, Rods, even Surgeon, man. Surgeon is nasty on outs. I mean, you got them four following behind me. And
Yeah.
I don't. My 19 will be. I'll be surprised by 19 holds. My outs, no, not with those four coming behind me at all.
Well, I like the subtle disrespect you gave Dilly there by not mentioning his name, so I appreciate that one. So,
No, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right. Because Dilly checked out what against Rod? She checked out like a 150 and like something else.
Dilly's taken out a 157. Yeah, I think he has the highest checkout of the season so far.
Yeah, dude, like something retarded. No, you're exactly right. My fault, Bill. My fault. No. I mean, with those five, no, my 74 ain't gonna last. I'd be surprised if my 74 lasts one leg.
Well, we will have to see. Dilly in the chat saying now he's mad, so you inspired him there.
Really, I still love you, man. We're always 1-1 in the league.
Slinger, great fight to come back and give yourself at least a chance, even if it is an outside chance. Great season from you overall. A lot of tough competition in A. We saw some flashes of the greatness from you. If you do not make the playoffs, then enjoy the off season and have a happy and safe holiday as well to you.
Yes, sir. You too. Great match, Grubs. Great match, dude. I always enjoy it.
Always
Great,
good one.
Great.
Appreciate it, fellas. I love the subtle shade there. Oh yeah, we got, Nooch, left hand, Surgeon. Oh yeah, Surgeon's graded outs. King Raj. I can't think of anyone else that could possibly take it out. Dilly in the chat not liking it. Guys, check out the merch, www.fdartleague.com/store, www.fdartleague.com/store. Get the merch. Maybe a little late for the holidays, but hey, you can get it a New Year's present. Why not? New Year's present. We'll be back with more darts. 2 more matches to go. A couple FODL B ones, so you know that they are going to be huge coming up. Dartsnet on Twitch here with Thomas, a.k.a. The Criminal, with the First Online Dart League. We'll be back with more for Judgment Week. Yeah, that's right. I just slam it in your face like that, guys. We're getting ready to get back here with the FODL. Thank you guys for sticking around through that break. Sorry, it was a little longer. Had a bit of a snafu on my end. More Judgment Week action coming at you. I had a great first contest. Let's meet the players for this FODL B showdown. There you see him right there on your television or phone or computer display. I don't know why I keep coughing. It keeps happening. Well, that was a great introduction. Repat on the left from Dayton, Ohio. Last season, 8th in FODL B, throwing the 20-gram 180 Meteor darts. # no Ricky Evans wannabe. Get it? Because of the speed. The Lush from Frederick, Maryland. Last season, 5th in FODL B. # double. He'll be throwing 20-gram Red Dragon javelins. Let's take a look at the standings. Crim can't hit a double. No wonder he had a snafu with the double Discord call. It's fair. It's fair. And yeah, that song was a banger. Here's the FODL B standings. So this is a big matchup there. If you look your gaze towards the bottom, Repat currently sitting behind both DJ and Mike Hughes by 1 point for the safety zone. 6th and 7th in FODL B remain in FODL B. They do not have to play for their spot. Meanwhile, the Lush sits 2 points behind Pepe Lay in the auto relegation zone along with myself. So Lush trying to jump Pepe, trying to jump Madhouse. Madhouse is done at 78 points. So Lush looking for a minimum of 3 legs to get above Madhouse. Repat looking for as much as possible. Toaster and Pepe are playing right now as well. So we'll keep a close eye on that one. Here you see that match that was played by Madhouse and Cali Kid. Cali taking it 6-2. Madhouse threw a 121. That's the only preliminary bonus point so far. 6 mark in the cricket, 2.4 NPR in cricket, 24 darter, and 60 checkout. Those are your minimums. Here's some stats coming in. Repat comes in at 15th overall with a 2.24 MPR. the Lush. 2.06 is 24th in the FODL. Miss percentage is pretty similar. Repat edging him out in the treble and bull category, and Repat winning a few extra legs with 55% legs won. In 501, they're right next to each other, 18th and 20th, only less than a tenth of a point separating their 501 averages. Basically identical across the board there, and they've actually won an identical amount of legs as well. So that could be interesting on paper. A very, very close potential matchup here. Let's go over to our split view camera, where I'm just trying to line this up properly. Let me bring my players' audio back in, and we can get this next match of Judgment Week underway. Players, you guys ready to get some darts in the air?
I'm ready.
I heard one of them. Lush, you ready as well?
Yeah.
Okay, they must have said it at the same time. We got Repat on the left. The Lush is on the right. It's a FODL B matchup. That means 8 legs of darts, 2 of cricket, followed by 7 of 501. Repat has the darts first. Game on!
Shoot well, Lush.
Sure, dude.
Mr. Pac-Man, former FODL member, comes in. He goes, WTF, criminal to see? Yeah. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah, Repat going to start it off with 2 20s. You see the other scoreboards there on your screen. Toaster is up 1-0 over Pepe Le. And Kilfin Slappy Pappy in a big FODL C match, 1-1 so far. And again, if you're at home, do not just adjust your television. That is the color of Lush's board. 3 very tightly grouped 20s. Good start for him. And that's going to go right back to Repat with a little pressure. Well, it looks like Repat found a treble to close up that 20 wedge. Unfortunately, only going to be counting for 1, but does manage to secure that wedge. And now it's Lush moving to 19s first. All close. Oh, and wow, I thought the second was in there, but no, it's also in the 3. So right next door, tough break for Lush, as really, again, all 3 darts very well grouped, but just to the right. And a great third dart from Repat there to salvage that visit. Treble 19 with that third, so he will be the first to close off the wedge. Huge third dart, as Toaster completes a sweep of cricket there. Now up 2-0. DJ McHughes with 100 bits for the good luck clover. There's a single 18. I guess in DJ McHughes' situation, he's looking for Lush to take as many legs as possible, so he's a big Lush fan. There's another nice start from Repat. Treble 18, so he's not been able to stack these turns together. Oh, actually, sorry, it's only a single 18. Take it back, just a single 18 only. So still open for the Lush. Thought it was in there, must have just blocked. That's why he moved. It was very close. Oh, wow. Lush sits on top of a treble wire now. He'll find 2 18s. DJ says, you don't know what I'm rooting for. muting the booth. Well, Toaster's doing his part, already up 2-0. I guess I'm a big Toaster fan tonight. I'm hoping that he does what he did to me to Pepe. Sorry, Pepe. That looks like 2 18s to close right next door again on a treble for Repat. Just missing treble 19. You see Repat as he pulls his darts out of the board. He is wearing the sleeve. We saw Peter Wright come out in a sleeve. And he won his first darts match in the World Championship this season. That looks like a great third dart from Lush. How did he squeeze it in there? But he did. Treble 17 with that third. It's 4 17s. No idea how he found a path there with that dart. A beautiful thrown dart from the Lush. Get some points on the board. And Repat is unable to come back with a response. So a miss there And opportunity now for Lush. Adon Mojica coming in with what looks like 210 bits. Thank you very much, Adon. As there's big darts from Lush. He will close the 19s using the treble on that second. Single 17 to extend the lead. Big turn of the tide here on the last two visits from the Lush. Kilf up 2-1 now over Slappy. Toaster has decided against Pepe to not average 61, it looks like. There's a single 16 from Repat. Adon Mojica had a big win today. I think, was that you playing earlier in the rookie division? I think it was. Big win for rolling 20s. 5-0 or 6-0, I guess. There is a 3-16 visit there from the Lush, closing it up. FF Dart League. It do be like that sometimes these past two seasons. It's been a longer slide than that. I was just fortunate to not be down earlier, honestly. There's 3 15s from Repat. So he's fighting to keep a wedge open for points. Lush, though, so far doing a good job closing before Repat has the chance to score. Oh, but this time the third dart is pulled a bit, and it's only 2 15s for Lush, so Repat will have an opportunity to put some points on the board here. Oh, and he's going to seize it. Big darts from Repat. Looks like a 5 mark. 4 15s to get some points. Single 17 as well. Went for the big close. Couldn't quite find it, but now 60 points on the board just like that, and it's Lush who is trailing in points. Still, though, 2 wedges to the good side. That was like a vintage dart from Lush. That was like the old school down the stair dart for those of you who have been longtime fans. I don't think that one caught the board. It is in the netting or hoodie behind the dart. Old school Lush throwback right there. If you remember back in the day, Lush used to have to chase every bounce out down a flight of stairs. He's improved his situation from that. There's another 2 15s and a 17 from Repat, so inching closer to closing off that 17 wedge, adding enough points to maintain the lead. And Lush, though, with these 17s back open. Oh, that is a brutal deflection for the Lush as it clicks off the barrel. Was tracking to be a 17. Instead, it's outside on the floor. And now Repat has a 5-point advantage. He's going to close 17s. Goes back to the 15 with the third for a single. So 1-1 there from Repat. Now a 20-point lead. Now Lush has to move to 16s, but he still has it open. But he's only going to be able to find one. Not enough to take the lead back for the Lush. And now it's Repat with an opportunity. Needing 2 16s to close. And he's gonna find it with a double there, using the Lush's strategy against him. And a 15 as well. So using the double, it's literally worth twice as much. Single 15 there, and Repat will take a 19-point advantage to the Bulls. See what Lush wants to do if he goes right to the bull or tries to make it a bull race. It is a bull race. Lush needs 4. Repat needs 3. Lush's going to just be able to force the bull race. No bulls found. All bulls from here on out. Repat looking for 3. He's going to start off with 1, the blue-flighted dart. Finding a home. Lush needs 4. And outside for the Lush. Repat now 1 dart away, technically, looking for 2 bulls. And he's going to find it with a bullseye on the third. Game shot on the leg. To Repat. A nice back and forth battle there for these two. But it's Repat ultimately with the big darts towards the end of the leg. And he's going to take a 1-0 lead. But all it is a hold of throw. Back to Lush now to throw first. Game on. Ario27 says Pepe doing Pepe things, huh? Yeah, Congra took the A slot today. I think with what I heard was with Rolling 20s matchup, there's a single 20, it looks like. Rolling 20s jumped Hacksaw. So that puts Rolling 20s directly into the C Division and Hacksaw into the playoffs. So big showing from Rolling 20s. And great third dart from Repat talking about big showing. How about a treble 20 with the third to salvage what was an empty visit beforehand? Lush moving to 19s. And good start there on the 19s for the Lush, 3 of them. So he will secure that wedge. And we'll see if Repat wants to go for closing or if he wants points. He is going to try to close. They'll tried with the first, went back for points with the second. They'll find 2 20s there, so tack on 40. Repat on the board, but Lush with 19s could have a point battle brewing. Wow, tough deflection again for the Lush, hitting the wrong side of the barrel, so just 119. As Toaster goes up 4-0 now over Pepe. Repat had enough of the 19 scoring. Big darts for him. He'll find a close. Nearly pinning the treble 18 with that third, but it's just the close of 19s. And Lush again getting forced to move. We saw this in the last leg. The Lush was behind early, was able to come back, and then Repat took the lead right before the bull. 2 18s there from the Lush. Slappy Pappy has tied up his match 2-2. It's a huge match for Kilf. That looks like just a treble 18, but it is another treble from Repat. He's got a very solid 2.8 NPR right now as he's finding trebles on a lot of his visits. And again, the big news, forcing Lush to move. Lush with 2 single 17s to get started down there. Ario27 keeping me up to date on Benny Snell's yardage. Appreciate that. Another big treble from Repat.
Can't hit it.
Oh, but he can't hit a 20, he says. He found another treble, though. I think that is the 3rd or 4th visit for Repat this leg, with a treble and 2 misses. But hey, if you hit the treble, that's fine. Lush, is that in the treble? No, it's just a single 16 right on the wire. And Repat keeping it going here right now. Oh, and there goes the perfect circle game. I didn't want to say anything. Repat with just 2 16s. The perfect circles are off. Sorry, Congra, if you're watching. Just the 2 16s. And because he couldn't close, Lush is going to come back. And Lush taking a page out of Repat's book. He'll find a treble and 2 misses. But that cuts to lead the 5. Big dart still. However, Repat just needs 1 more. In that 16 wedge. Still looking for 1. He'll find it with the 2nd. And treble 17 with the 3rd this time. So elected, you know what, not to go back for the 20s. Went for the big segment at the bottom. Big treble 17 there. And Lush, this is the weirdest leg, man. Lush has a treble 15 and 2 misses once again. Both players are finding trebles or nothing. That's how this leg is going so far. Very peculiar. And right on cue, Repat with a treble 15 to close that off. Can he find bullseye?
Yep.
He can! Game shot on the leg to Repat. Treble 15. Bull. bullseye to take it down with the 6 mark. What a beautiful finish for Repat. 3.3 MPR in that one. Wow. What a way to take it down. Repat with the sweep of the cricket portion, and he'll have the darts for 501. Game on. Huge darts there. DeGrubs comes in with 1,000 bits in celebration. Thank you, DeGrubs, very much for the 1,000 bits. That's huge from DeGrubs. Appreciate that support. And giving out a cool little like turtle, purple turtle playing a guitar emote. I like that one. That is a rough start from Repat. Looks like 29, but a great finish there. Coming off the adrenaline probably from that previous visit. That was a hell of a way to finish a leg of cricket. Looks like a 41 there from Lush. I think he found 2 single 18s. Repat said he wanted his number 1 bit spot back. Assertively taking it. And Repat going to, this time, find a 35. Kilf now up 3-2 over Slappy. Toaster up 5 or 6 to 0. I can't quite tell. There's some better darts from Lush, straightening it out. 59 for him. Oh, Alki saying with that third leg that's going to force Alki to the playoff. There is a nice 98 from Repat, so good correction there on the third visit, finding the big treble 20. So Kilf with that leg, according to Alki, securing the spot in the C Division. 41 here from Lush. And that means Alki will be a part of the CD playoffs. Which, of course, as leader of the Alki fan club, I hope he wins so that I get to play Alki next season. I haven't got to play Alki before. There's a 54 from Repat. Right on his average, so it remains the same. And is that a breakfast? It is a breakfast! And as we do here in the FODL, it's the first online dart league. We ask you, the audience, an official breakfast question. And there's only so many things you can ask about the world here. There's a 52. So how about we ask a photo-related opinion question? I want to know from those of you in the chat, what player's finishing position was the most surprising to you out of all of the photo? There's a 97 from Lush. Beautiful cover dart. So, of all the players in the photo and where they finished or where they look to be finishing, what is the most surprising to you? Let me know in the chat. That's your official breakfast question as Repat finds a 43. He is going to be flirting with a finish. Lush, with that nice cover shot, has a chance with a treble to get himself on a finish as well. Well, unfortunately, that's the wrong treble. Just a 24 there from the Lush. And immediately, people coming in saying the criminal. Yeah. I guess that's a sort of a compliment. Is it, though? Is it really one? Big darts from Repat. Nice 85 to set up a good chance at a finish for him. Let's see if Lush can put some pressure on. Well, Toaster's gone up 6-0 over Pepe. 41 from the Lush, so just outside checkout range. Repat 105. He'll be left on a 64 there. Went for the bull route. Don't mind it with a big lead. Lush at 172. He will be on a finish now. And unfortunately, though, with just another 24, a couple rough visits there for Lush has taken a bit of pressure off Repat. He's requiring 64. Oh, the third dart was close. I was blocked by the shaft, so I couldn't see, but it looks just inside, and it is. Lush has a chance for 148. And it's off. Oh, but a great second dart. Beautiful ton from the Lush, now applying some pressure to Repat, who requires 16. Oh, and maybe the pressure has worked. Repat slips into the 11. He is going to just bust it, but this could give Lush a chance. He's looking for 48. Double 16. Oh, it's just inside for the Lush there. Good run at it. Both players sit on 16. Repat first. It's a decent guide. And somehow stays outside with that third. So now it's Lush with the chance to get on the board. Double 8. He'll find it on the second. Game shot on the leg. To the Lush. Thought he might go double 4, but no, straight at the double 8 for the Lush to get himself on the board. The whitewash is off, and in fact, it's a break of throw. So we're actually right back on throw with Lush having the darts. Game on. So again, the breakfast question, what is the most surprising result of the FODL season for you? DeGrubs saying himself with DeGrubs. Honestly, not a bad answer. I don't think many people would have predicted, there's a 41 from Lush, that a player would beat the Surgeon, King Raj, and the Nooch all in the same season, and that person also be DeGrubs. So that could be certainly surprising. As there's a 66 from Repat the not fun way, starting with the treble 20. Big darts here from Lush. It's a minimum of a ton. It is a ton. Thought he might have squeezed the second in for a ton 40, but it came just above. Beautiful scoring there from Lush. Repat's going to answer right back. Great darts from Repat as well. Nice 99 for him. Players starting to heat up here in the second leg. As there's a breakfast right on right on cue as soon as I said that. Mr. Chips is here, says, I saw Dante at the park. He was having a vanilla ice cream and it has sprinkles. Well, thank you, Mr. Chips is here for sharing. That looks like a 68, I believe, from Repat, slipping into the 7 on the cover. But he's found a treble on his first 3 visits here. Meanwhile, Toaster going up 7-0 now over Pepe. There's a 47 from Lush. So go Toaster. I'm sorry, Pepe, again. Personal rooting interest, rooting for Toaster. Ario27 says he's going to have to beat Deadhead 8-0 to make the playoffs. Obviously, he is a big Lush fan right now. He's rooting for Repat to stay below so he can try to squeeze into that playoff spot. 38 there from Repat. There's a 60. I guess, Ario27 also is rooting against Toaster. So that's not going well. 60 was scored from Lush there. Repat would take a 60 as well to get to a checkout. Oh, that's a dangling dart. Might be 95 scored, 85 scored, 95 scored for Repat. So he is, again, first one to the finish. Had a little bit of double trouble in the first leg. Looks like a 30 there from Lush on this visit. So, again, he'll remain just outside. Repat 135. Alki Dart says his biggest surprise was Alpine Stranger. Makes sense as well as this finishes off. Nice 55, though, from Repat. Keeping it steady again to set up a very doable 80 finish. Let's see how Lush applies pressure. But yeah, another great answer there. Alpine Stranger certainly showed a second gear and an extra level in his quality of play. 43 from the Lush, so he has gotten himself to a finish. Repat 80. One dart for tops. Oh, and it's just above the wire for Repat. Was a great effort. Now Lush, can he take 154? It's going to be off. $58 though for Lush. Gets him under 100. A little pressure again to Repat. Looking for tops. Bit high there for Repat, all above. Lush, 96. Only can set up now. He'll find a 54, so not quite down to a double. Repat looks for 40. And it's more double trouble for Repat. Again, all three darts above, and once again, Lush has a chance to steal a leg. Looking for 42. He's only going to have one dart. But it is that double 16. Oh, and it's just outside for Lush, so Repat still alive, still looking for tops. Dart is at a tough angle. Yeah, and it forces him to try to come underneath, and he's not able to do so. Only a 5, in fact. Lush, 3 darts for double 16. Now double 8. He's going to bust. Doesn't really affect anything there. Now back to Repat for 35. Got to clean up. Oh boy. Double 8. Inside. Again. Repat struggling on the finishing. Lush, 3 more. Double 16. That's a great marker. Oh, and it doesn't go in the double. Unreal. How does it hit the wire and stay out? Repat now looks for 8. He's got a good marker.
Yeah, second dart.
And he'll find it on the second. Game shot of the leg to Repat. Trying to erase the doubling woes. Finally gets there. Took him almost as many darts to finish as it did to get on a double, but nonetheless, 3-1 in favor of Repat. Another break of throw, and he's got the darts. Game on. K-Ball 02 saying, uh-oh. Shadow Tilt coming in, asking what he missed in the first game. First game was a great match. Great cricket by both winners of the first 2 legs. Nice 3-4 from Slinger. DeGrubs was flirting with a 5.0 for a while and then actually struggled on the bull. There's a 28 to start from Repat. DeGrubs ran off 4 legs in a row to go up 4-1, and then Slinger with some great finishing came back. Only took him about 80 darts to finish the last 4 legs, maybe 85. So it was great finishing from Slinger, and he went and he took it. Last leg decider, 5-4. There's a 60 for Lush. Dave Little Toaster comes in the chat. That was ugly, as he says, after winning 8-0. Must be nice. There's a 55 from Repat. Must be nice. Retro Jones 2 saying, geez, Toaster beat up on Pepe. Yeah. Me and Pepe have been looking for apartments in FODL C for a while now. There's a 40 for the Lush. Gonna try to find something with a nice view. I think we might both be staying for a while. There's a 26 for Repat. So Radar needs 8 to get in the playoffs as Train. There's a 41 from Lush. Train, is that 8 legs or 8 points? Both matches of the other two are done, by the way. We still got 4 legs to go in this one. That is a great third dart from Repat. The second might be good as well. That might be 123. It's just going to be 85. Still solid darts for him. Oh, and there's Lush sticking to his mantra. Oh, no! 60 on the floor! Oh, it's a brutal fallout for the Lush. The dart just clipped the flight a bit too hard. You could see it hit the sisal, but it did not have enough weight to hold. Oh, it's just ridiculous. A brutal fallout for Lush. Only 29 to responding for Repat. Let's see if Lush can get it back going here. Well, he'll use the double again. It's worth twice as much, ladies and gentlemen. Lush just wants to make sure you know it. There's an 80 for him. Dave Little Toaster said he's going to make Radar work for it. Imagine Toaster being in the playoffs after looking like he was dead in the water 2 weeks ago. It always helps when you get to play Criminal and Pepe Le and take 15 legs with little resistance. Let's see if Lush can get to a finish here. Just bit outside. 45 there for Lush. He'll be sitting on 175 now. Repat has a chance to get to a finish first. A couple next door trebles. A bit unfortunate there for Repat as it's only 25 for him, so he'll remain outside finishing as well. Lush will get there first this time. $57 for him. So, yeah, down to a finish first. Let's see what Repat can do from 193. Chatter 09 tried the corner and miss. Ball 4. Ball 8. Ball 12. Ball 16. There is a good third dart to salvage from Repat. 72 scored, so he'll put himself on a finish also. Lush 118. Oh, wanted that treble 18. Good math from the Lush. A nice switch there. 58 scored to set up a 2-dart combo. Repat looks for the 1-2-1. Bullseye. Oh, good effort from Repat. Had a run for the bullseye. Might have been a perfect miss, in fact, into the 18. And it was, so great shot from Repat. Puts pressure on Lush for 60. 2 for tops. Oh, no. He's gone into the 5. Got to clean up now. There is the 3 for the cleanup, but now it's Repat with the chance to steal a leg. He requires 32. He cannot find the double 8 there after going inside. Lush seeking double 16. He's going to find it on that first game shot on the leg to the Lush. That was a nicely contested leg by both players. Lush going to take a tidy little 28 darter there. Again, another break of throw. I believe that's 3 breaks in a row in this contest. We're back on throw with Lush having the darts. Game on. Dave Little Toaster, nice little looky there at the 1-2-1. Was a great effort from Repat. 85, good kickoff here from Lush. Kilf says, woohoo, no darts for a month. Yeah, congratulations to Kilf, remaining in FODL C. You'll get to taste Pepe Le and probably myself next season. I'm looking forward to never laying up in any of my legs against you. There's a 36 for Repat, I believe. Alky Darts with the nice congratulations as well. Nice third dart from the Lush. Back-to-back 85s to kick off this leg now. And take off our other scoreboard since those matches are finished. That looks to be another breakfast from Repat. If you didn't answer our breakfast question, the question was, what was the most surprising result of the FODL season for you? Let me know in the chat. Who didn't finish where you expected? Were they high? Were they low? Let me know. I got to say, one of my surprising results was Fireman just dominating FODL D. I knew he would be one of the favorites coming in, but I didn't quite expect him to dominate as well as he did. Really, no contest from anyone else in the division. There's a nice 40 from Repat. I don't know why I said it was a nice 40. It was just a 40. Nice. Yeah. My brain's been a little foggy today. I don't know why. Maybe it's the COVID. There's a 81 there from the Lush. So he's found troubles in 3 of the first 4 visits. Off to a great start, 68. Average in this leg. Retro Jones talking about the Bulls Advantage board. There's a 41 from Repat. Same as the Alien board. It's real good. Nope, I've never tried it. I'm a Gladiator 3 Plus guy. Dave Little Toaster saying Rascal winning those early legs was a big surprise to him. I agree as well. There's a nice cover shot from the Lush, 94. Proper math as well from him also. Crim approved there. We need an emote for the anti-eye roll. Maybe Crim smiling, or I don't know when you're going to get a photo of me smiling, but at some point maybe I would. There's a 66 from Repat. Lush requires 134. And it's off. And 39 scored, it looks like, there for the Lush. No threat, though, from Repat in this leg. Oh, is that second dart in the treble 20? It's very close. Looks to be maybe just above. So, yeah, just 44. Lush looks for 95. See if he wants the treble or the bull. He wanted the treble route. Well, he's going to score 49. Sets him up for 46 there. Repat, though, still well back. It looks like a 60, so not quite on a finish yet still. Lush going to have 6 starts from 46. Double 18. And he finds it on the second. Pop, pop for the Lush. Game shot on the leg. To the Lush. Nice little 23 darter there. A lot of trebles found in that leg, even though he didn't really find any of the 2 treble visits. Looks like 5 separate visits with a treble and a great 1 dart finish. 3-3 here, going to Repat throwing first. Game on. Looks like maybe 39 to start from Repat. And a good 60 to start it off for the Lush. Empire 3 says he needs Crim now to do the right thing in his last match. It's probably inevitable at this point. I don't think it really matters how well I play. I'll just lose. At this point, I'm just a loser. There's a 70 scored from Repat. Doesn't matter, you know. If I play well, I'll just get outplayed. If I played bad, I'll just play worse. It doesn't make a difference. $85 there for the Lush. Me and Pepe just decided 2 seasons ago to both finish 11th and 12th in back-to-back seasons in our division, so we can go down to sea together. It was a pact. It's collusion. That looks like a 44 there from Repat. There's a 41 from Lush, so still off to a great start again in this leg is Lush. He's brought his average up to a 50 after the last 2 legs. Oh, Repat now coming in going full-blown Peter Wright. He's got new darts. Only scored 25 with them. Well, it looks like some Windmow sabotage, I think is what those are called. Crisis. Very close. I knew the turquoise was something I recognized. There's a 45 from the Lush.
Can hit the ones with them.
Now, just a 27. So Repat's starting to struggle a bit as Lush maybe finding his footing, as that's a beautiful dart there. 2 beautiful darts. And 3, it's a 180 for the Lush, a maximum. 1, 2, 3, making it look easy is the Lush. Huge darts there and a huge bonus point as well now. Locked in for the Lush. The way those darts came in, it looked like you couldn't have placed them more evenly in that treble. Just from left to right, pop, pop, pop for a maximum for the Lush. 45 from Repat. Lush sits on 90. He wanted to give a run at the bull. Unfortunate slip into the 1, but still 40 scored for him. $180 bits from Pits 2. Thank you very much. Retro Jones says, very nice. Don't see too many of those. Yeah, big darts from Lush. Good response from Repat here, too. 99, so at least gets him into finishing territory, but Lush requires 50. Oh, my goodness, that was close. Double 16. Outside for double 16. Lush definitely not listening to my clip on the pod so far this week as he clips that treble 18 wire. Repat 152 is going to be off. Retro Jones says he's seen more 180s in this league than the BDO. Facts. There's a 58 from Repat, so he's under 100. Going to put some pressure on Lush for double 16. Not yet. Couple darts right inside for the Lush, and Repat with the chance to nick from 94. So, oh, it's going to be a bust for Repat. He needed double 15. 50 to leave 44, 14 to leave 30. And he goes into the double 20. You hate to see it. It's brutal. It's a bust for Repat. Thought he had a 94 finish. Oh, God, he hit exactly what he wanted to as well. You hate to see that, but he's going to get another chance at it. He requires 94.
Check that eye roll counter.
Yeah, a lot of eye rolls in the chat, but hey, do it again. Another crack at it, 94 here. This time into the 1, gonna have to go treble. Double 18. Oh, he nearly took it. He nearly did. Would effectively have been 2 great checkouts in a row since he hit what he aimed at the first time. But now it's Lush looking for double 2. Outside for the Lush. Not able to find it. And maybe it'll be a dart don't lie situation for Repat looking for double 18. Oh, he's going into the 1. Got to clean up. Double 9. Oh, it falls out! It just dead fell out! What just happened? The dart just didn't stick. It didn't hit anything. Just fell out of the board. Oh my goodness. Now Lush for double 2. The madhouse. Oh, it's just inside for the Lush. Repat has another chance now. Double 9. Outside, very close with the 3rd is Repat. Lush now, can he finish? Double 2. No, Lush puts himself in the madhouse. Huge tense moments here. Repat, double 9. Gonna bust next door. How many doubles will he hit this leg? So far, not the correct one. Lush, can he escape the madhouse? No. First start inside, immediate bust from the Lush. Back to Repat for double 9. He'll go inside on the 2nd. And end up busting as well. Back to the Lush for double 1. That's a great marker. Oh, but he cannot use it. Pulls it a bit into the 20. A bust for Lush. Repat again. Double 9. Somebody is going to win 2 huge points in this leg. Repat gonna split. There's 10 for double 4. Double 2 now. Outside the double 2. Getting even nervier here. Lush, the madhouse. A bust again. Repat now. Looks for double 2. And he'll find it on the first. Game shot on the leg. To Repat. A war of attrition in that one. Both players struggling. Repat with the ridiculous thought he checked out, but actually was off by 10 situation for a bust. But he takes the leg 4-3. Lush has the darts for the final leg. Game on. Blade Mouse says Judgment Week off to a great start as usual, delivering the drama. There's a 60 there. Yeah, Retro, I would probably go for it, asking if he would split. I personally just go for it. If you are going to split, it's not a terrible number to split because you can hit the 10-6. But I'd rather just not split that one personally. There's a 47 for Repat. The problem is, because if you hit the 6 and split into double 6, you might end up on double 3 just as fast. It's not any better. So I'd rather just go right at it aggressive. If I go inside, try to clean up and get to the double 4 path. That looks like just a 35 from Lush. Dart a bit flyer there. Blade Mouse saying that 104 was crazy, yeah. There is a 29 from Repat. I was trying to make sure I didn't say the wrong thing and double check my head. I don't normally go bullseye route, and I was like, yeah, if that's 14 leaves 30. And then I wasn't sure if he knew that or not. I didn't want to say anything right as he shot double because I thought, well, maybe he went for 12 and just pulled it. And then he hit the double 20, and I was like, oh, no, I should have said that it was double 15. 43 for Lush. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on in my head as I was watching that visit from an announcer's point of view. 44 from Repat. Well, still, 2 huge points on the line here. Every point matters for these 2 contenders, especially for the Lush. Lush has gotten the 3 legs that he needs to get above Madhouse. But he would love an additional leg. He did throw the 180 in there, too, so that was also a huge bonus. If he can get 1 more leg, I think it would force me to win 7 over Barboy. There is a nice ton from Repat. Oh, tough deflection from Lush. It's the downside of using those lighter darts that he does like. They're nice and thin, but sometimes you get one of those wacky deflections. And Repat's back in that treble. And he'll find 2 trebles. A nice 1-3-7 for Repat. Beautiful cover shot. Great scoring. And he'll be sitting on 144 after 15. Lush with only 41. Repat 144. It's going to be off. Good switch from Repat to score 44. Leave him on an even ton. That was proper math there. Speaking of a ton, Lush would love a ton or more to get to a finish. They'll take a 59. Solid scoring still. Repat 100. Not going to be able to finish. Oh no, and a bit of a slip from Repat. 9 scored. Opens the door here a bit. Lush sitting at 188. Big dart there. Huge scoring from the Lush. 98 scored. That is going to put some pressure now to Repat for 91. He went the bull route last time. What does he want to do here? This time he goes the 17 route. Does manage to set himself up for tops. Lush has a chance, though, from 90. Bullseye. Oh, pulls it a bit low. Great run at it there from the Lush. Repat now looks for tops. 3 darts at it. Oh no, he may have slipped into the 5 with that 3rd dart. Lush now, can he clean up 33? Huge points here for Lush. He wants the 19 for double 7. Not going to find it there. Interesting choice. Maybe just went for the safe odd numbers there, feeling a bit nervy. Don't blame him if so. Repat looking to clean up. He has 35. Double 16 for him. Double 8.
Yep.
And he's going to find it on that third. Game shot and the leg to Repat. He does manage to secure a victory in this one. It goes 5-3 in favor of Repat. A lot of tightly contested legs, a lot of double trouble at times from both players. And really both players kind of getting the perfect amount they need to have a really sweaty rest of Judgment Week. Let's go to some post-game interviews. We'll start it off here with the Lush. Lush, you came in kind of knowing the situation, needing at minimum of that 3 legs to get above Madhouse was going to be huge. Was that something that you were consciously thinking in your head coming in? I got to get at least 3. And then did you relax a bit in the last one, or are you still trying to push for every single point you can?
No, had no idea. Just thought you were cute that you wanted to play me next season, so you decided to put me on stream for a 5th time this season. So thanks for that. Yeah, just played my same shitty darts I've been playing whenever I'm on stream. I don't know. I messed around with my darts a little bit before. These actually aren't the light ones I usually throw. I had those in my car, so I just threw the ones I usually throw a little bit better with these. They're just the design of smoothies. But they're 24s, and I usually throw 18s. So big step up there. I messed around. I put some different stems on. They were bouncing out like crazy. I had shorties on and put on some regulars. So I don't know. All in all, it is what it is. I wasn't expecting to get much more out of this tonight. I'm frustrated because for whatever reason, whenever I'm, I don't know. Off-stream online matches are okay, but like I'm throwing just out of my mind in my in-person league. So I don't know what the disconnect is between here and there, and especially when I'm on camera. So I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, frustrating. Sucks. Probably going to see. I feel like I've been in beat for like 5 seasons now, so it was more just like I just wanted to stay just out of principle at that point. But whatever. Get to send you to D next season. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, you and everybody else will get to send me to D. I mean, you did what you needed, really. I mean, the 180 that you threw could be absolutely massive. It puts you up to 80 points at a minimum without even any other pending bonus points. That would force me to take at least 6 or 5 and a bonus off of a Barboy to force you into the bottom 2. Of course, the playoffs in the FODL CD division might be kind of tough anyway as well. But let's talk about the disconnect there, because I struggle with the same thing. I like throwing practice, and I feel like I'm throwing fine. I get on stream, I don't feel like I'm nervous, and then my darts are just ass. Is that kind of, how do you feel the same? Do you feel any extra nerves, or is it just like, what's going on? I'm just all of a sudden not hitting.
I don't know. I mean, like, there's definitely a difference. There's kind of 3 tiers to it. There's definitely, for whatever reason, a huge difference in the standard between me in person and me here. I don't know if that's just like, all this crap next to me or throwing into a closet or, tunnel vision from that aspect. I don't know if it's that. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. It could also be a little bit, and this might have had a little bit of an effect with the shorties, but most of the game I felt pretty good. But it is definitely like pretty humid in here. I actually have a window open just because whenever the only way I can throw on this board is to close my door. We have radiators in the house, so essentially it just makes
oh gosh.
And so that's why I'm always hot whenever I throw in here. So I open the window. It's not awful in here, but when I'm throwing with the smoothies, it's definitely pretty slick. And I had a couple slip darts in there, so just me. Honestly, I would be throwing my my Endurance that DJ sold me, but I lost one in the closet and I can't find it. It's been missing for like a month. I have no idea where it is, so I should probably just take apart the closet, find that, so I have a dart with some grip to throw. But yeah, I don't know. So it's partially just throwing here in the environment, and then the other thing is, I don't know. I think it's a head thing, just focusing on the caster, having that extra bit of kind of commentary going on. Just every single shitty throw that you make or math mistake or whatever, just kind of gets hammered into your head a little bit extra. You can't just shrug it off. So I don't know. It is what it is. I can make excuses for you all night if you want me to.
Hey, I'm writing a book, so I'm collecting on myself. You'll have to check Narnia for that lost art. But Lush, great job getting a minimum of what you needed, and probably as far as drama is concerned, you got the perfect amount of points tonight to create the maximum amount of needed drama. So appreciate that, doing it for the boys here at the photo as well. Lush, good luck in the FODL B playoffs if you do fall into that. And either way, enjoy the holiday season here, the Jab coming up.
Cool. Cheers. Thanks for casting. Great match, Repat.
Yeah, good shooting.
And we'll go over to Repat now. So Repat, you came in with not quite as much pressure as the Lush had, knowing you were kind of in the safe-ish zone. You're currently sitting at 92 points. It's 9 points ahead of DJ. Do you think that you got enough out of that match to be safe in FODL B?
I hope so. Yeah, I think the match last week helped me out a lot with getting 7 off of Mike. That was a total surprise. I thought it was going to be a lot closer.
Yeah, that was a big win, and especially because it forced DJ down. DJ is now going to need at least 5 in his match against Bud the Chud coming up, so I'm sure you'll be watching that one closely. Let's talk about the doubling tonight, because it seemed to come and go. Sometimes you were finding it on the first dart, sometimes not finding it for 15 darts. What was going on there with the doubling in the match tonight?
I wish I knew. Boy, that 2 weeks that I didn't play when I had COVID just killed any consistency or doubling or anything. Just kind of set me back. So I'm just starting to feel a little better, dart-wise anyway. Health-wise, I'm back to normal pretty much. So.
Well, that's obviously a relief to hear. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure going a break that long, you just kind of lose that bit of precision. And so in a game like darts, that's all it really takes to start to slip. Let's talk about the 94 checkout there. You know I was going to bring it up. So you obviously great, perfect first start, and then just seemed like off by 10 with the math. What happened there with that finish?
It was perfectly, perfectly performed in the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, you pounded that double 20. Was I think the only tops you hit the whole night, and just dead on center in there. So it hurt me to see because it was a great effort at it. But nonetheless, Repat, you came away with a 5-3 victory in this one. You're going to give yourself a great chance and a great sweat in this match coming up, as you'll be a big Bud the Chud fan. Repat, great season from you. Glad to see that you're doing well and healthy, of course. And enjoy the holidays. Be safe as well.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks for the cast.
Absolutely. Let's go to our mid-screen, guys. Great matchup again. Huge drama in that one, as we do here in the FODL with the Judgment Week. The drama. So much just drama. I love it. Guys, great participation there in the chat. We got one more match to go. We're a little bit behind, as potentially anticipated there. Hashtag slow. We got one more match to go, guys. We'll be back with more darts. Darts on Twitch. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring it back to the FODL Darts on Twitch here for the first night of Judgment Week. It's Thomas, a.k.a. The Criminal, and Repat coming in the chat immediately. I guess Crim is off the hook for Fail of the Week. Shout out to Repat. Thanks for looking out for me. I want to remind you guys about the FODL Weekly Podcast. That's right, the FODL Weekly Podcast, the best place to get your dose of the FODL darts, hosted by Pepe Lay and Red Rascal. It's been great. They just released their most recent episode last evening. Shout out, by the way, to Red Rascal and Mrs. Rascal for the child along the way. Congratulations. Huge moments there announced live on the podcast. Also on the podcast, okay, if you subscribe for the first time to the Twitch channel here, if you're a subscriber, you can get a Crim t-shirt as part of Crimmas. Thanks to Red Rascal. So show that you're subscribed. Send an email to the pod at FODLweeklypodcast@gmail.com. FODLweeklypodcast@gmail.com. Show that you're subscribed. You can also subscribe to the YouTube, he said, and be entered. So there you go. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, send a screenshot to the podcast. Let Red Rascal know that you've done that, and you'll be entered to win. One of 10 people will win a criminal shirt. There you go. Thai Curry Pizza announced live. It'll probably be announced on the pod, I would imagine. That would make sense, wouldn't it? If it was announced on the pod, where it came from. That makes sense to me. Shall we carry on? Here the players are for our last matchup tonight. Bud the Chud against DJ Mike Hughes, another FODL B contest. Bud the Chud from Christiansburg, Virginia. Last season was 10th in FODL B, throwing the 22-gram target. Martle, Gen 2's, hashtag Charmy. DJ Mike Hughes from Aurora, Colorado. Last season was 10th in FODL A. Hashtag not a real DJ. He's throwing 24-gram data dart Jockey Wilson's or something else. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the standings because things have changed. We've had a couple FODL B matches tonight. Look at Toaster from the depths of relegation all the way up to 4th. Now sitting in a playoff potential spot. Bud the Chud sitting there in 3rd. He's looking for an outside chance of taking the auto promotion in 1st place. He's going to need a huge one-sided victory tonight, a minimum of 7 and some bonuses to even get up there. Mostly looking for 8 and some bonuses to really have a chance. Down there towards the bottom, DJ Mike Hughes is currently sitting in 8th. He's in the top spot of the relegation playoff. So DJ Mike Hughes needs a minimum of 4 legs tonight to force Radar to not get swept against Deadhead Darter. Radar is facing off against the top player in the division. So minimum of 4 legs there from DJ to create some space and get out of that relegation territory. Of course, he'll take a lot more than that. So interesting developments here in the FODL. Let's take a look at the schedule now so we can see if there was any additional bonus points. Looks like Toaster got one with the 7 mark. Repat did throw that 3.25 MPR leg. Toaster had a 24 darter, and of course we saw Lush just throw that maximum, which was absolutely beautiful. So that is there. No top checkouts yet. So minimum of 60 required for that one. Let's look at the stats for Bud the Chud and DJ Mike Hughes. Bud is 11th in the FODL in cricket. 2.34 MPR. DJ is 27th at a 2.01. Bud's hit a lot more trebles, but they've won very similar amount of legs. Look at the opponent's start average, just 2.09 against DJ. So DJ has basically played against FODL C level competition in cricket all season. That's cool. 501, Bud the Chud is 10th, and DJ is also 27th. A 6-point advantage to Bud the Chud. The scoring significantly better, favoring Bud. But again, DJ has done well to manage to win some legs. So DJ maybe having the proper timing, coming in at the right moments to nick legs when he has a chance. He's won almost half his legs, despite that 46 average. Let's go to our split view. And we'll bring our players back into the fold here. Let me go grab their audio. So we've got our player audio brought back in. Look at these 2 boards, ladies and gentlemen, out there in the chat. They are literally identical. Like, you couldn't tell them apart. They have a black piece wheel surround. They each have the same exact light. They're the same exact Windmill Blade 5. They look the same. The amount of, contrast on the boards is the same. I just wanted to point that out. We got Bud the Chud on the left and DJ Mike Hughes on the right. Players, you guys ready to get your Judgment Week match underway?
Do it. Ready.
Both players are ready. It's another B Division matchup. That means 2 cricket, 6 legs, a 501. Bud the Chud has the darts first. Game on.
All right, shoot 'em well, buddy.
Shoot 'em well. Be great, bud.
Jules Echo said DJ DJ'd his wedding. He's def a real DJ. Treble 20 for Bud the Chud to get it going.
That is true.
Thai Curry Pizza rooting for DJ. Pitts 2 says Toaster making potential FODL A Cinderella run. And a single 16 to start for DJ. Oh, Thai Curry Pizza said, oh, he's playing Bud. I like Bud too. So now Nooch is torn. The Christmas flights there from Bud the Chud with the red shafts and green flights. I appreciate what he's done there. Santa also probably approving, if he exists, which he does. Single 19 just from DJ, so a bit of a rough start from him. Tech Pizza says, oh, Toaster. I like that guy Toaster. Let's go Toaster. He's just giving out love to everybody. Do I get any, Nooch? There's 2 19s to close and a single 18, so Bud the Chud is moving right on. Pits 2, loving the red and green stem inflates. DJ Mike Hughes with all black, it looks like, so perhaps predicting a funeral early. There's 2 18s with a double. And looks like just a single 18 there. So I have to tell the viewers some information that they are not privy to because they can only see the players' boards. DJ Mike Hughes is wearing a special shirt, trying to channel all the rascal love he can. There's 2 18s from DJ. He's wearing the DJ Mike Huge shirt. So he's loving that. He also got some fresh ink. And as we know from watching dart players, the more ink you have, the higher your PPR. So we'll have to see how that plays out in this match. Looks like a single 20 and an 18 from DJ. Oh, treble 20, actually. So he did manage to close off those 20s. Huge. Thought it was a single. Chud's coming right back on 19s. He's going to pound in 5 of those there towards the bottom of the camera. So jumps right back into the lead. But DJ doing well here to battle on these 18s. That is only 2. Wow, thought it was 4. But just above, I suppose. Now Chud just needs 1 to close, which he will. Went for the 17s, found a single of those also. So again, forcing DJ to a new wedge. And DJ with 2 17s. DJ's darts look to me to be coming in at a much better entry angle. So maybe he's feeling a little better. Maybe he's riding the high off the fresh tat. There's a treble 17, though, from Chud. So he says, I don't have any new tats, but I have some. And they're in my player profile picture, so he gets that boost as well. Speaking of a boost, there's a nice 5 mark from DJ Mike Hughes. So big 16s being scored there to cut the lead. And Bud the Chud didn't like how close it got. He says, I'll just pound in 5 more 19s. 95 more points added to the score. He's not trying to play around with this one. And there is a miss from DJ, so that's going to open the door now for Chud. Looks like 3 16s there from Bud the Chud. People are talking about conspiracies between Toaster and Pepe in the chat. I'd have a conspiracy about that match. Toaster seemed to finish every single leg after 27 darts. There's my conspiracy. There's a single 17 to close from DJ, 115 also. 1 week prior, he didn't go over 27. That's why I said that. That might be the close from Chud. It is. Solid darts. Chud's just cruising with the 2.7 MPR right now. DJ going to find a stray 15, going for the bull, just going to have that stray 15, and just like that, Bud the Chud needs 3 bowls. Nothing there, and the 18 won't help him, so it's a miss from Bud. Everybody loving not just the red and green flights, but the fact that the red and green color is like the exact shade that his board is on camera. That's impressive. Miss from DJ as well. Bud's still looking for 3 bowls. That's a nice bullseye. Oh, but he can't clean it up. Just the bullseye for Bud. He'll be 1 mark away. Captain Geechee says, no conspiracies can happen in the USA. Definitively cannot happen here. Nope. Single bowl there from DJ. 1 more for Chud. Ooh, he does find it on that first game. Shot in the leg. To Bud the Chud, solid 2.5 MPR, and the pace of that leg was brilliant, in my opinion. Let's go to DJ to throw for the second leg. Game on. So Bud the Chud was pretty steady throughout that leg. A couple 5 marks on the 19s. in big moments to really put pressure on DJ, and then ultimately just able to close the wedges off before DJ could get going with the points. Looks like 220s to start from DJ here. Fireman coming in, Bud the Chud, Bud the Chud, Bud the Chud. And that is 3. Yep, 319s there from Bud the Chud. Great first start from DJ. Oh, man. Actually, maybe it is only 2. I thought it might have been 4. Oh, it's just 2. No blazing it yet for DJ. Those are somehow both above the treble. And speaking of all around a treble, Bud's going to group pretty tightly there, but just singles. So 3 of them for him. That dart's definitely in the treble. This time, DJ does manage to blaze it. 4 20s for him. On brand, for sure. And Bud the Chud just going to come back with 2, so we'll see how aggressive DJ wants to be. He's going to play it a little safer, go for more points. Looks like a good decision as he's found another treble and a treble 19 anyway. 6 mark for DJ Mike Hughes. Treble 20, treble 19. Huge visit there as DJ shoots up to a 3.5 MPR, but only able to come back with 118. And that is huge for DJ. Can he find the third here? No, pulls it a bit. So just 2 18s for DJ. Bud going to still have a chance on the 18s now to score. And that's a big third dart. Nice treble 18 there from Bud. Going to cut into the lead, but still behind, and there's the close from DJ. DJ going to go right to 17s. Only going to nick 1 down there. See what Bud wants to do. DJ still around that 3.0 mark. Bud still around 2.5. Very solid leg here. There's 3 17s for Bud, so he'll manage to close it, but no points. See if DJ can shut it down first. And missed with those first 2 darts, so went up to the 20s to try to find a little boost to the points, but could not find that either. And has opened the door for maybe some light punishment. Nothing too serious yet. No safe words required. Just 3 17s for Bud the Chud. And just a single 20 back from DJ. So Bud now with the lead, and he's going to go right after 20s. And he's going to find it with a single and a double and a 17. So it's a big 4 mark now from Bud. Couple loose visits from DJ. Did open the door wide enough for Bud to saunter through. And that looks like 3 16s, though, from DJ right back. So opening up a scoring wedge immediately. Oh, he snuck the third dart in the double, did Bud, so he did manage to close it off. Bud the Chud looks like to be in a mood tonight. He is not playing around. But DJ's fighting right back again. Another big treble for DJ to open up 15s. See if Bud can continue to close. The answer is yes. So he closes off the 15s with 1 dart. Nothing else. DJ trailing by 19. That might be a good miss.
Nope.
Oh, it's not into the 17, so unfortunate there. So nothing for DJ. Bud, 19-point lead, needs 3 bowls. That's a good miss.
Jeez.
So single 17 actually is a big dart there for Bud. Extends the lead. DJ now needs at least 4. And he's going to start it off with 1. In fact, DJ needs at least 5, I think. Another miss into the 17 for Bud, so he just continues to find good misses. DJ looking for bowls still. That's a kind of a tough deflection there as it stays outside off the flight. Two in there for Bud, so he'll be 1 mark away. DJ needs a huge visit on the bowls now. And again, not able to find it, not able to miss correctly either. And Bud the Chud just needs one bowl. Not yet for Bud. Not yet. DJ's still alive, but needing to start making some headway on the center. There's one. There's some better darts from DJ. That's a nice 3-mark round in the bowls. So that's huge. Puts pressure now to Bud. Oh, boy. There goes the pressure. As he finds a treble 17. It's next door. Never mind. Thought it was a treble. So Bud ends up coming up empty. DJ, bullseye at 7 and closing 17s would do it. Not going to be able to do it. Miss from DJ, so Bud's still looking for one. Looking. Not there yet. DJ's still alive. He maybe has moved to 17s first. Did he find the second, or is it in the 2? I think it's only 117. Not able to find a bowl either. Bud's still in the lead, still looking for one bowl. This time he says, I'm going to hit a 17. Forces DJ an extra bowl now. Oh, no. Oh, no. DJ goes to close the 17 and misses with the first 2, then misses the bowl. Back to Bud, still looking for one. And there he's going to find it. Game shot on the leg to Bud the Chud. He almost went full crim there. He tried really hard to have a massive lead in a 3.0 leg fall to a loss, but he didn't. Hung on for a sweep of cricket. He's got the darts now for 501. Game on. Jules Echo in the chat saying, just pleading the whole time for DJ to close off that 17. As of course we know Jules loves to force a bull race. In that situation, I do agree. If I was in that situation with DJ, I would have tried to close the 17s on my first visit before going to the bull. Just because at that point, you could have forced a bull race and made it 4 marks to 3. And then ended up happening was Bud the Chud was able to find a lot of extra 17s and force DJ to hit a lot more bulls than he would have needed otherwise. There's some big darts there from Bud the Chud. Ton 21. DJ started off with a nice 85 as well. And that might be 95 from DJ. If not, it's 38 and it's right next door. It is 95. Good start for both players as we are just flying right now. Another ton to back up the 121 from Chud. This is fun to watch. Oh, yeah, a little looser there. 23 scored. 24 scored, sorry, for DJ. Bud the Chud, though. As Wayne Martle would say, a first start bandit. There's a 140. Ton 21. Ton 140 for Bud. He sits on 110 after 12. 45 from DJ. No pressure to Bud for 110. He's just going to pound in 50 scored, set himself up for the 2-dart combo. He will be back. Will he be under any pressure? With just 46 from DJ, not really. Bud coming out the gates hot, requiring 60. And he'll find it on the third. Game shot on the leg to Bud the Chud. An 18-dart start to the 501 portion. 18 darter that included a 30 scored. Pretty impressive. DJ's got the darts down 3-0. Game on. Beauty of a leg there. A very nice streak in the middle of scoring. And DJ off to a good start again with another 85. What was it? A ton 21, a ton, and a ton 40 in back-to-back-to-back visits for Bud. Really turning the tide in that leg. And there is our breakfast. And as we do here in the FODL, when a single 5, a single 20, a single 1 is thrown, we always ask you, the viewing audience, an official breakfast question. There's a 60 from Bud. And I've been sticking with FODL questions tonight, so let's ask another one. Who you guys think is going to win the FODL A championship this season? Let me know in the chat and why. That's your official breakfast question of this match. FODL A championship. Who do you think is going to win and why? Let me know in the chat.
The A's were done in. The surgeon.
The FODL A championship. A. FODL. 55 there from Bud. Ario27, happy that Bud the Chud stealing that toaster bonus point. Alky Dart says when he grows up, he wants to be just like Bud the Chud. Fireman predicting himself. Fireman says the fireman to win. You know? Would not shock me the way he is played. Double D's Roadhouse from DJ Mike Hughes. Dave Little Toaster says, Dilly Dilly. Ha, just kidding. Captain Geechee says, left-hand hooligan. Can't go wrong with that pick. There's a 45. Who had said Raj defending? Somebody said Raj defending.
Fuck me.
Oh, wow. That was some good darts there from DJ, but he wanted to show the proper math skills to Lisa Ashton, fan of the FODL. Sorry, Lisa. We tried to show you the way. Or Jamie Lewis. Hey, Jamie Lewis, if you're out there, take notes, son. Son, take notes. There's a 40 from Chud. He's having a bit of an off leg. DJ kind of cruising along, mid-50s average here. He's going to set himself up on the 141 now. Let's see what Bud can do from 234. Alky Dart says left hand. Fireman says left hand. 44 from Chud, still outside the range. DJ Mike Hughes, 141 is off. Well, DJ Mike Hughes must have been reading the math channel. He went the DeGrubs approved route, unfortunately missing the bowl. But at 190, can he put some pressure on? Score is a 40, so he does get to a finish. DJ 109. A 41 put in from DJ. Let's see if Bud can take 150. The answer is no, it is off. But a nice ton to put some pressure on DJ, who requires 68. Oh, snuck it in, double top. That is a very close start, unblocked by the flight. It's just outside for DJ. Unreal. Now Bud looks at 50. He's missed the big number now. Double 8. Outside the double 8. Back to DJ for another look at tops. The Rascal. Oh no, he's wearing Rascal attire and is denied. Brutal. Bud the Chud, double 8. Inside the double 4. No. Just on the wire for Bud now. Back to DJ for double top. Slips into the 1. Got to clean up now. Oh, no. Pulls the second dart a bit low, so does not get a second shot at double. Bud the Chud looks for double 2. It's a bust. Inside on the Madhouse, DJ. 32. Now double 12. And he's going to find it on the third. Game shot in the leg to DJ Ricka Mike Hughes. It's been a while since I said that. He's going to take a leg, get on the board here. Is DJ, welcome to the contest. Bud the Chud going to have the darts for leg 5. Game on. A couple more answers there to the breakfast question. David Little Toaster thinks Raj has ice in his veins and going to keep it. Kilf says Jamie Lewis isn't in the PDC anymore. Might as well join the FODL. 55 to start off for Bud. Ario27 thinks King Raj defends, gets the whiskey in him, and mows it down. Kilf says we need a playoff fantasy league. That might be 80 scored from DJ. It is, using the tops that he could not find in the last leg. 95 to come back here from Bud. And 41, I believe, from DJ. Yeah, couldn't quite tell if that slipped all the way to the 18 or not. As there's a 85 for Buds, who's off to another good start. I appreciate whoever is out there watching that is live updating the standings. Thank you for doing that. That looks to just be 28, unfortunately, for DJ. The second place fantasy league is there as well. Yeah, don't forget about that. Sorry, everyone who picked me to finish second in FODL B. LOL on your face. There's a 49 from Bud. And that's just a breakfast, I believe, from DJ. So if you didn't answer the breakfast question, who do you think is going to win the FODL A championship? That's your question of the day. 60 scored here from Bud. Looking at the live standings, Bud the Chud obviously has moved ahead of Cali Kid. And DJ needs, looks like 3 more legs to get ahead of Radar to try to avoid the playoff. 157 attempt for Bud is off. It's a solid 60. He was averaging 69, by the way. Nice. He will be back as... Oh, that's just brutally unfortunate for DJ. Only 11 scored with 2 treble ones, it looks like, right on the wire. That's actually just a 9, Bud 97. Oh, another one of those would have worked, but he couldn't quite find it. It'll be left on 53. DJ will not get to a finish with just 52 scored, so Bud's got 6 from 53. Misses outside the big number now for tops. Cannot clean up tops, but he'll be back. DJ at 239, looking for some big darts to even get to a finish. That could help. 83 scored. Yeah, he'll get to a finish with that. Bud requires 40. The rascal. And Rascal says yes. Game shot in the leg to Bud the Chud. Rascal saying yes to the man not wearing Rascal attire. It's an interesting strategic decision. DJ McHughes has the darts. Game on. So let's see. We got 3 legs left in this contest. If Bud the Chud can get all 3 and secure 2 bonus points somehow, he could move ahead of Deadhead Darter and force Deadhead to win a leg against Radar. There is a 60 from Bud. And again, DJ would love to take the last 3 legs here and force Radar to take a leg off Deadhead. That's the current situation, as we're starting to suss things out here in the FODL B division. Looks like a 45 from DJ. Barboy still has to play myself, so we'll have to see how that shakes out on Wednesday. There's a 43 from Bud. Um, 79 there from DJ.
Yep.
And just a 30 for Bud, so bit of a slow start again for Bud the Chud. As things stand right now, if DJ does not win another leg, then he will be in that relegation playoff. There's a breakfast from DJ. And a 60 from Bud the Chud. People now talking about the NFL in there. It's a weird conversation in the chat. 66 from DJ, so better than the 26. Was able to find a treble. And speaking of 26s, there's one from Bud. The question of the day, who is going to win the FODL A championship? That was your breakfast question. If you didn't answer, let me know your opinion, and I'll tell you why it's wrong if it's not King Raj. There's a 17 from DJ. Rough leg here for both players. Maybe me talking about all the dynamics of what's going on in Judgment Week has got inside their head. There's a 41 from DJ. Or sorry, from Bud. DJ would love a 41. He'll take 15 instead. As kind of limping down, here goes Bud trying to get back into the scoring. 81 there. So he does get himself to a finish first. That, I think, is 24. Yeah, just 24. Bud 160. It's off. Fireman noting that, DJ, I think, did switch his darts. He's got white flights now. So does that mean he's waving the white flag, surrendering?
No, I just figured if I could fuck up my juju some more, I'd throw at the crim darts with the crime time.
So he's using the crim darts, trying to acquire some juju. So he's using now the Michael Smiths. Those darts have crime time points in them. And look at that. 139 from DJ. Beautiful darts as soon as he points out why. Now we know exactly what's happening. 100 for Bud is required. He is not going to be able to finish after slipping into the 5. And in fact, he'll only score 25. DJ now looks for the same 100. Oh. Pulls his dart into the 5 as well. And 44 there for DJ. Bud requires 75. Okay, we found double 16 by accident on third. Not terrible, I suppose. Leaves him 24. DJ 56. Tops. Oh no, goes into the 1. And then the treble 3 by accident, so now he's left on 30. Bud requires 24. Double 6. Double 1. Oh, right next door to double 18. Not the worst bust, though. Not the worst bust. DJ looks for double 15. And that third dart's a little bit outside, so not going to find it. Bud 24, double 12. That is a 9. So not ideal. DJ is going to find the double 15. Game shot on the leg to DJ Mike Hughes. Takes it down. Excuse me. DJ Mike Hughes. Huge. DJ Mike Huge. 4-2 now in favor of Bud. Bud's got the darts. Game on. So DJ keeping the dream alive. He now has a chance to catch Radar still and force Radar to win at least a leg. Wouldn't be much of a pressure, but a pressure nonetheless. I also am now cemented in the relegation playoffs with that leg win. At best. Mad Radar faces posted by Radar in the chat. There's a 45 from Bud the Chud. Anybody know how Benny Snell is doing? There's a 45 from DJ Mike Hughes. Ario27, how about an update? Am I going to win my fantasy playoffs? Or are you going to win? Nice ton there from Bud the Chud after some rough patch of darts there from both players. Bud comes back with a nice score. DJ with a 55. Ario27 says, I lost. Another good dart from Bud, and then a double 3.
What was that,
71 scored, yeah. Yo 11, run yourself to the nearest casino, socially distant, put a mask on, probably wear some gloves as well. Find the roulette table in the middle of the casino. Find black 11, it's in the middle of the table. Bet it, spin it, and win it. It's free money. There's a 60 from Bud the Chud. That is only going to be 30 for DJ, so not the best leg. And Bud comes in with some beautiful darts. A 140. Had to avoid the maximum bust. Would have been kind of hilarious if it happened. Didn't happen. Beautiful setup for tops, though, from Bud, who's got a chance for a 19-dart leg. Whoa. Well, not a terrible bust for Bud. Probably better than leading 5. There's a 36 from DJ, Bud the Chud 40. No pressure on him. He'll find it on the first. Game shot of the leg to Bud the Chud. Takes it there. I'm sure Radar will now rejoice in the chat. 5-2. One more leg to go. DJ is trying to get to the interviews already. Still got to play one more leg. Going full jig. Game on. Kilf says the DC gambling app says that if he bets on 11, he needs to send his driver's license to Montana. Well, I would say it's worth it because it's free money. So, what? I don't know what that even means.
Fuck you, Kill.
Should I still do it? Alki asking if busting 180 still counts as a 180 for bonus point purposes. That's interesting.
So no, that's a dumb question.
Interesting question. I believe he scored 0 that turn, so I would say no. There looks to be a 20-40. It's a 40. 40 for DJ. Radar is still fading this last leg, he says. There's a nice ton from Bud to start out. He's heating up again. 17 from DJ. There is another ton, back-to-back tons from Bud the Chud. Everyone's sweating the playoffs and relegation. All I'm trying to do is finish with the most bonus points and get last. That's my goal. There's a 60 from DJ, so a little bit better there. With this hilarious comment in the chat, there's a 30. He says, piano music playing, Jim Nantz voice. A tradition unlike any other. DJ punting the last leg of the season on CBS.
Stop reading what Kill says.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay. We've devolved. Is it 11? No, it's not 11, so we have no excuse for going full devolve there. There's a 21. Take a drink of your adult beverage if, of course, you are of legal drinking age. 25 from Bud. So he went ton, 30, 25. DJ making a switch to 19s here.
Yeah, that's something.
There's a decent score. Looks like a 67. See if I can use my mod powers and mute Kill for 20 minutes. Timeout. I can give a timeout. 3-minute timeout. Hopefully the leg will be done by then.
I mean, not that I'm going to throw any better than not laughing. But
There's
like,
an 11. 11 from DJ. Bud the Chud requires 161. It's off.
Oh, whoopsies.
Oh, whoopsies. 43 there from Chud. There's a 41 from DJ. Bud 118. Not going to be able to take it out here. 58 scored, sets up the 60 combo again. And with just 41 from DJ, Bud has at least 6 darts at 60 required. Oh boy, that's close. But he finds it on the second dart anyway. Game shot on the leg to Bud the Chud. Takes it out. Pop, pop. Almost busted, but he didn't. And he found tops. Kilf comes back in the chat right on time and goes, WTF. Perfect 3-minute ban till the end of the leg. 6-2 win here for Bud the Chud. And we'll go to our post-game interviews. DJ, you took the shirt off. Seemed like it wasn't working, so probably smart. Let's see the new tat. Let's just check it out. Let's see what you got going on there. So it looks like it's kind of like a little octopus with the squid helmet thing going on there. It looks pretty nice. It's very good quality.
Yeah, diver helmet.
Diver helmet on there. Very
I got
good.
that one a couple weeks ago.
Looking,
So, yeah,
getting that.
I'm just trying to beat Jig. I figure if I'm not going to be good at darts, I might as well have the best hair and the most tattoos in photos.
Well, you're second best at both right now, so that's not too bad. DJ, you came in kind of knowing it was going to be a tough situation. Really needed to have a tremendous performance to put some pressure on Radar to get out of the relegation zone. You came in and seemed like with a little bit better attitude. You seemed at least like you're going for it, trying for it. What was the mentality coming into the match?
Show up. I had no mentality. I wasn't really listening to what people were saying about what I needed or how I needed to get places. I didn't expect to do. Frankly, I didn't expect to get 2 legs in this match. I just showed up. Here I am.
And you got 2. You're going to be now part of the relegation playoffs. So for BC, you're participating with myself, or at least the Lush and Madhouse for now. Maybe myself also. Do you think that you're going to find the inspiration to try to stay in B, or are you perhaps even looking forward to potentially being in the C division next season?
No, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm torn. Like, yeah, sure, I'd like to stay in B for a certain extent. Do I think I can compete in B with this current rate? No. So I wouldn't be here for long. I mean, the other thing I'm torn between, I guess what I'm thinking is that, like, that apartment that you and Pepe are going to get in C, I was just thinking, like, well, how fucking awesome would that be to have a bachelor plus it would be cheaper for all of us if we split it 3 ways instead of 2 ways. Like, so I think that's really been the drive for most of this season, is just how do I stay in, like, 4th or 5th for most of the season, so I just make it look like I'm, like, okay, and at the end of the season just drop so that I can get into this 3-way apartment with you and Pepe.
That's a good point. With 3 people, we'll have a lot more buying power. DJ, good luck in those playoffs that you'll be participating in. Congratulations on the tattoos. Again, those look really sick. And have a good holiday, all right, man? Be safe.
Thanks, guys. Nice cast. Chud, nice doing things with you, man. Good luck as you go in your playoffs to maybe go back to A.
There you go. Look at that. DJ doing my job for me. Let's go to Bud the Chud. So, Bud, you came in knowing, again, you had a chance to get over Deadhead. Was going to need basically a perfect performance from you. Did you think that you had a chance to get that perfect performance coming in?
Yeah, I did. And not taking away from DJ, because we know what he can do when he's on, So, but I've been feeling pretty confident about my game, and I'm throwing well this season. So I definitely thought I had a chance, and I did have a chance. You saw I squandered a few doubles tonight that would have given me that chance to at least tie. So, I'm happy where I'm at. Now I got to go through the playoff gauntlet, which is what it is. But I definitely thought I had a chance tonight for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and to my opinion, you've probably thrown the best of anyone in the B division this season, and finishing just short there in second place, but pretty clear of the rest of the field. When I was doing my prep for the PSSS, looking at the numbers, I was like, wow, Bud's just been in the mid-50s consistently. What's been the switch? You've stepped up the level. What's been going on? Is it confidence, or is it something physical that you've been working on?
Yeah, I mean, you get a few games of where you're throwing pretty well, and confidence does grow, but keeping that, trying to just keep a good mind about it. And, like, if you lose a leg, you just forget it and go on to the next one. There's always a chance. But technique-wise, I think things are starting to click even more. Like you can see, I definitely have the darts to do pretty great legs there. You know, I have some chance, but all of a sudden I'll throw a 30 or a 26, and obviously there's some things I need to iron out. But I felt good about my darts all season. Throwing in the 50s is obviously an improvement for me, and throwing in the 50s consistently, I should say. But yeah, B's been really tough, and just to stay consistent in the way that I have has been great to keep me at the top of the division for sure, especially with all the shakeup that's happening this season.
Yeah, a lot of shakeup, and at a minimum, your worst case scenario is you're right back in B anyway, but you're going to have a chance in those playoffs with the 4 players from B, which are yourself, Callie, Toaster, and either Radar or Barboy at the bottom there. And then, of course, Jig probably, and 3 of the other players from A. What do you think your chances are to earn that spot in A, and do you actually want to go to A?
I think my chances are good. I do believe that I can compete with all the people that have been listed. Do I want to go to A? I mean, there's part of me that does, because it's good to play better competition all the time and try to make yourself better. But at the same time, is it fun to sit in a division and just get spanked every week?
No.
I mean, so I really have no qualms about being in B or A at this point. And I love being in FODL B, so, I'll just kind of I'll just go where the darts take me, I think I have the darts to take it to A. I'm going to compete. I joke around that I'm going to throw a leg or I'll stay in B, but I want to compete. I want to do well, and I'm going to give it the best shot that I can. So, I do think I can win it, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you're certainly going to give it a great run for sure, bud. Great win tonight, 6-2. A fantastic season from you as well. Good luck to both you guys in your postseason playoffs. And again, happy holidays, safe holidays to both of you.
Awesome. Thanks for staying up late and Cass and Krim. I appreciate it. DJ, it's always good playing with you, buddy. Nice job.
Man, Crim store's closed. Yeah.